good evening everybody. How you guys doing? My name is Rob and I talk about Android. So today's video has to, well, it doesn't have to, but basically I'm doing this video because it was requested in a comment. Basically my thoughts and opinions of the Sharp Aquos Crystal that is soon to be coming to Sprint, Virgin Mobile, and Boost Mobile. What I can tell you guys right off the bat is that this is a device that I'm definitely going to try and get my hands on. Hopefully things will work in my favor, and then I will have it. And when I have it, I'll do an unboxing and first impressions and a review for you guys and answer any questions you guys may have if I have the device in hand. However, I don't have the device in hand, and so if you guys want to see what it looks like, there will be a link in the description of this video to actually check out what it looks like, and you will be impressed just as I am on how this device looks so far. And it's pretty odd because built by Sharp, and Sharp is not a bad company. It's just we rarely see phones built by them and put out on the market. So I am hoping not only the fact that for Sharp's sake, but just for the sake of how the phone looks, that there's no flaws, no bugs, and no issues, and that this phone will just run entirely smooth for it being a mid-tier device. So a couple of things that you might want to know about the device. One, it does have a 5-inch display, but there's no bezels. So it's like from screen to screen, like throughout the whole screen, it's just screen. There's no bezels. There's really nothing. It makes you almost as if like it was just all glass. And the display is just from left to right, from up until the bottom, because there is a bottom bezel. And I'll tell you the reason for that later. But so from left to right, there's no bezels that takes up any of the screen real estate. So the screen actually looks quite beautiful. So there's a 5-inch display, and the resolution is 720 by 1280 and 294 pixels per inch. So not kind of the best display compared to your flagships, but for a mid-tier, let's just let's factor out all the high-end devices. Just out of mid-tier devices, this one would be a high-end mid-tier. So it's going to have a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. So I had to force that out so I don't forget and say dual-core on accident. But a quad-core processor, which is a Snapdragon 400 chip, that's going to be thrown in it with an Adreno 305 for graphics. And it's going to have 1.5 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of internal storage with only 4.1 gigabytes usable to the user, so that tells you pretty much how much the internal storage is. But it does accept a micro SD card, so the expansion can be as high as 128 gigabytes of external storage. And the battery size itself is going to be a 2040 milliamp hour battery, so not the best in battery, but we'll see. Especially like I'll be able to tell you guys when I grab the phone and actually have it, own it, and use it. Now, my opinions on this device, because several people have already talked about it, and I'm just going to give my opinions on it. And I'm super psyched. This is a device I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on, for really real. In the next couple of months, I will have this device. I just have to, work that out with all my finances, like everybody out there does. But I do want to own this device, and I do want to be able to review it for you guys. This device just seems like it's kind of too good to be true. For one, like I said, you never really hear about Sharp dropping any type of Android device, and maybe this will actually be like their clear stake into the mobile technology market area. They have released phones before, but nothing like this. And the idea of what they did with their, with their TVs, their Aquos TVs. It's the same idea that they're doing with this device, so they're kind of trying to push the whole display thing. And now I said 720 by 1280 is not considered the best, for pixels, especially at 294 pixels per inch. However, they have just the way it looks super liquid, clear, smooth. Like that is what's really catching my eye when I looked at the video and checked it out. And the oddest thing too is, I don't have the device, but let's just say that this was it, right? This whole bottom area underneath the screen basically has your proximity sensor, your front-facing camera, and that's what tripped me out, was the front-facing camera is at the bottom. So doing traditional selfies, how you would usually pose in front of a front-facing camera on the top is no longer there because from the whole screen real estate is used. There's not even an ear speaker piece on the top. That's what's really weird about it. And you know, the way that the sound gets to your ears is almost similar to the Hydro Icon, but it's not the screen that vibrates that actually brings that to you. It's gosh, man, I forgot that part. Sorry guys, but I mean, it's pretty neat. You guys will see it in, basically, you click the link in the description, you guys will get the whole idea. But 8 megapixel rear facing shooter is actually pretty cool. That's starting to become the normal standard for mid-tier devices, since high-end devices are going up to like 12 megapixel, 13 megapixels, 16 megapixels. So 8 megapixels is actually going to become the standards as far as what I'm seeing for mid-tier devices, which is a good thing. 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera. Front-facing cameras, to me, it's a given, because on the Icon it has a 2 megapixel camera, but everything on that just seems faded, dark, and washed. Okay, like you don't even get it clear, you know, compared to the 2 megapixel front-facing camera on the Galaxy S2, which is so much clearer. But yeah, having a front-facing camera at the bottom, it's going to be kind of unique when you take selfies. You're going to actually have to raise the device a little bit higher, just, you know. But I mean, that's also good too, because if you want to take a quick look at how your selfie is turning out, you know, you just kind of look up and the screen's right there, and you kind of look back into the camera, just boom, take your selfie. So that's actually pretty cool. The fact that the whole screen is being used, you really don't see that out of smartphones. Most smartphones have like thin bezels or whatever. You don't really see the whole screen being used. And that is, you know, what I think is the best part of this phone. Now, the screen itself is not like your Cornell Gorilla Glass 3, Gorilla Glass 2, okay? It's basically plastic. However, it doesn't look, or, you know, from what people have said, it doesn't feel like plastic. So it's not like, you know, you're going to feel like it's cheap or anything, okay? But the colors, the screen, and everything else is supposed to be great. I don't know too much more of the specs because I'm waiting to get this phone in my hand so I can do a full-on review and tell you the features it has as I get to use it. So, until that phone comes out, I will say no more about the Sharp Aquos Crystal, other than the fact that I am excited for this device to come, and I'll be blowing it on Twitter if I have it. If I buy the phone, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys will be the first to know that I have it, or on Google+, because I will definitely tell you guys if I have bought the phone, and then be on the lookout for an unboxing video. But until then, I will say no more on it, other than follow click the link in the description of this video to check out the device, and leave a comment on this video what you guys think about the device. And I'll see you guys next time with another vlog video. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great night.